So when does training start? To me, training started the moment I got them home. So when we got them home, we took them off the trailer and tied them up, got them used to their surroundings. And the first thing that we started doing was training. And it's very simple. I didn't take them out on the lead the first day. I wanted them to get used to their area. But here's what we did for training. We've got them tied up, which is another reason that we want them kind of in this a stall situation like this tied up. And we started not with whoa or gee or come up. We started actually with sidestepping, with putting in and putting out. So as we're walking around our animals in the barn, again, there's never not a training opportunity. So we're going to have them putting in and putting out. Ike, put in. Ike, put in. Ike, put in. Whoa. And then when I go between them to get their bucket, I might tell them to put out. Ike, put out. Put out. And he kind of already knows what I'm doing because we do it every day. Sven, put in. Sven, put in. Sven, put in. Whoa. Sven, put out. Sven, put out. Sven, put out. Put out. Good boy. And we'll talk more about the cadence and kind of the process in giving them commands. But that's literally the first thing. We're training them to put in and put out whenever we're interacting with the calves, even if they're tied up in their stall and I need to get around them and move them, I'm giving them a command in a very precise way to move them. I'm not going to shove them. I'm not going to set them aside or just push them without telling them what to do. That's something very important to keep in mind. You're always training your animals. You can kind of make a decision consciously or unconsciously to train them to behave well or to misbehave. And one way to train them to misbehave is just as you're moving normally and going, between them and moving them in and out, is just to shove them and not tell them what to do. That doesn't teach them anything. So that's the first thing that we did. That was the first training, the very first day, and then we started working with them a little bit more the second day. A lot of people ask me, well, how do you train an animal to sidestep, or how do you train an animal to drive from behind? And in my opinion, one of the things that slows people down is they start too late with that. I already showed you what was the first thing that we did when we tied them up the very first day. We started teaching them to put in and put out. That's sidestepping. So by the time they're a month old, 2 months old, 6 months old, and we have them on an implement or a chain or a cart, they'll be able to understand the command, and I can start training them to sidestep with an implement. Don't wait a year to do that. Start when they're calves. Now, as a disclaimer, these are my son's calves. I help him train them, but I'm not the one who's working them every day. But they're doing really well, and even though he's new to it, he's only 9, he's doing fantastic with them. Let me show you where I stand. I'm going to leave him here against the fence. When I drive them, I'm going to be very conscious of standing behind their left shoulder, whether they're going forward or backwards or ha or G, it doesn't matter. This gives me the flexibility as they get older to slowly move back, and then slowly move back some more, because I want to eventually be able to plow with them or sit on my cart and drive them. If I'm standing in front of them or where they can see me, I'm doing a couple things. The first thing is that I'm getting them reliant on where I am as a command input. 2 primary command inputs, voice reinforced with the stick. The thing I see with a lot of people is that in order to make a G turn, ha, Ike, ha, 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 whoa. They will go in front of their animals as they make the G turn so that the animal follows them. Stand. Don't do that, because what happens is then they won't listen to you and do the command unless they see you. If I'm standing behind them or back behind their left shoulder, they're not going to see me all the time. They're forced to listen. And when I give the commands, especially in the cadence that I'll show you, what I'm trying to do, ha, ha, is get them to listen to me first. Even if right now he doesn't understand what I'm saying because I'm teaching him, I want him to listen, I want him to comprehend it, and then I reinforce it. So by standing and running around and going in front of your animals or having them follow you, that's what keeps you, that's what makes it harder when they're older to drive from behind. Now let's get into the nuts and bolts of it, the cadence of it. Collar and lead is only there to keep them from moving. Revisiting the area that I'm in. I am in a small area because I want to use the fence and the area itself as part of my training to make sure that they don't go too far, they don't go crazy, and they'll want to jump and run, and just let them do it, but correct them. So it's vitally important when you're dealing with calves who know nothing yet and haven't been trained that you give them the time to think. It goes back to the idea that the primary command input is your voice, backed up by the stick, and then we will have to play with the animals a little bit through touch to get them to do what we want them to do. But as they progress and get older, they're going to listen to you, and that's why we're training them to listen through voice command. Now it's important, we mentioned this a little bit before, where you stand. Whoa, whoa. So I'm going to stand by his left shoulder, and I'm going to give him the command to haw. So I'm going to tap him on his right side, but I'm not going to touch them until I give him a chance to actually hear the command. So, whoa, whoa, haw, 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 haw. Give him a tap, haw, whoa, 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 whoa. Good boy, whoa. Now part of this is showing you misbehavior as well, so he's going to want to jump and run. That will go up and down. In the beginning, they're going to want to do that a lot, and then a training session will go by and they'll be fine, and then they'll do it again. Don't get overly aggressive, just be firm, because that stuff, as you train them, will work their way through. So let's make a G turn with them, again, relying on the collar, which is extremely important. We showed you how easy it is with a halter. This makes it a little more difficult. I'm just trying to keep him near me. So whoa, whoa, we're going to G him, G, 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 give him a little tap, G, 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 G. Okay, now he didn't do it. So the next step will just be to not push him, but just give him a little bit of a nudge on the left shoulder. G, 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 whoa. And between whoa and between every command, give him the command whoa. That's the most important thing so that he stops. Okay, we're going to come up. And you can see I only have about 4 feet to deal with, and that's perfectly fine. Come up, come up, come up, come up. Whoa, good boy. Starting slow, one step at a time, makes a big difference. The one thing that you don't want to do is do things too quickly. So you've got to understand, as the animals get older, the time between when you give them the voice command and they take the action is going to decrease. You got to think about it as a line, as a linear thing. Whoa. So when they're young, or even if they just need more training, you say the command and then it registers and then they take the action, and that can take some time, so you have to be patient. As they get older, one of your goals, we'll talk about goal setting, should be to decrease that time. So when you say the command, they do it almost instantly, especially whoa. That's going to be important. So at the very beginning, that's what we're going to do, about 15 minutes at a time. Just the basic commands of come up, whoa, haw, G, whoa, whoa. And we can also introduce backing up fairly quickly, almost immediately. So if we G over, G, G, whoa. If we want to back the animal up, I don't often even make contact with their knees. So you can just tap the ground and hit back, 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 whoa, 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 whoa. Good boy. And a lot of times you don't, whoa, whoa. You don't even have to make contact with their knees. A lot of times, and you've seen this in a couple of my videos, whoa, you'll have animals that actually toss their heads up when you touch their knees. So it's always a good habit just to teach them to back up just by hitting the ground. So back, 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 back. And then if they don't do it, you can just reinforce it a little bit with a stick. Back, back, back. Whoa, good. And success may just be one step. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Come up, come up, come up. Whoa. Back, 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 back. Back up, back up. Good boy. Good boy. Whoa. Haw. 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 Come up. Come up. Whoa. 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 Haw. 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 Whoa. 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 Come up. 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 Whoa. Haw. 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 Whoa. Whoa. Good boy. All right, so we brought him back in. The whole way bringing him back in, we're again using commands. Don't pull. Don't tug, don't push. Give him the commands and then reinforce it with maybe a little nudge or with the stick. So one of the very first things that I talk to you about is when they're tied up, maneuvering in between them and sidestepping really is what we're teaching them. So Sven, put out. Sven, put out. Whoa. The other thing that we always want to do as well is feet right from the very beginning, because we're going to have to manipulate their feet and trim them. So whenever you put them away or just playing with them between training sessions, foot, foot, good boy. Pick up their feet, all four on both animals, foot, whoa, whoa, Sven, foot, good boy. Then you can put a hand on them so they don't move too much, but always think ahead. Don't wait to train them on something like we talked about, and picking up feet is part of that, sidestepping and maneuvering around them and giving them the proper commands is all part of that.